Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight. The site for tonight's Full Throttle Sim Racing Victory Fuel Cup Series presented here on Full Throttle Television. My name is Brody Hanna, and in the booth with me tonight, Tony Solari. And Tony, we are in for a treat tonight. We are at the shortest super speedway on the schedule, the High Banks of Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's sure to be an action-packed race tonight here with Atlanta, providing some very close, very tight super speedway racing action.
Yeah, it's what do you call it? Atlanta? No, it's not Atlanta anymore. It's that place in Georgia, but that's not it either. It's Echo Park. Yeah, the name is as confusing and crazy as the actual track itself. I always call this a white knuckle ride. It's so small, and they're going so fast, and there's no lift in, and the tri-oval gets super tight, and it's gonna be a handful for a lot of these guys tonight.
It is. We've seen already in practice it can be a handful for a bunch of drivers here, and it's going to be a tough night for some of these guys. Somebody, though, Tony, is going to walk away with the trophy tonight, and that is what everybody is shooting for right now in qualifying. These guys are starting to set some fast times here. Let's look at our race analysis here tonight for Atlanta Motor Speedway, or Echo Park Speedway, as they call it now. It is a tri-oval. It is 1.5 miles, but it is high banked, and they do have the super speedway package here. It's all about drafting here tonight, Tony.
Yeah, it's drafting. Like I say, it's your typical Talladega and Daytona plate track race, but it's smaller and things come at you much faster. The speeds are still the same. The pack is still going to be the same. There's going to be inside, outside line. You're just going to have to manage your distance between the guy in front of you and keep your eyes open. Make sure stay out of a potential wreck. We saw tons of stuff going down on Saturday night. I hope we do not see that tonight, but it's kind of the product we have right now with this track.
It is a mile shorter than the other super speedways for sure. It's going to be tight, action-packed. What we saw a lot, though, is those big runs. You get down the straightaways. The straightaways are shorter, though, Tony. They have that run. They get to the car, and there's another corner. So now you got to decide, do you dive inside? Do you tuck in behind? Do you push, but you don't want to push into the corner? Like, there's so many things that you have to get right here. I can tell from experience, this place is nerve-wracking to race.
It's nerve-wracking, white knuckle, like I always say. I do not enjoy what they did to the track. I really haven't heard too many drivers that really do enjoy it either. It's tough. Things come at you so quick, and it's like I say, it's some guys might get a little pleasure out of that. I'm too old, and I don't want to work that hard, to be quite honest with you. It's nuts out there.
It is. It's quite crazy. Looking at the points as they come into tonight for B season, Jamie Knopf with a comfortable 47-point lead over Nick Alford. You got Kevin Ruff, Richie Coy, Brandon Fetterplace all battling for a position there, battling for that championship, waiting for Jamie Knopf to have that one slip up. But so far, man, he's been on it. He's been on top of it, had a very consistent season so far.
Well, and as we've stated how bad the track is, this is another wild card race, though. This could be that night that Jamie Knopf might not have his luck, and maybe bring some of the other field back into him. But it could be another race where we see some of our guys that we talk about week in, week out. Jeff Chandler, William Lark, some of the guys who haven't, got race wins so far this year, or this season rather. They might punch their ticket tonight. So it's really a good wild card, and we got a good number of drivers in the server right now. I'm looking at over 30. So it's going to be a pretty good field, and I don't know. You stay clean tonight, I think you can punch your ticket no matter where you're at.
Well, we saw Saturday night in the real race. Anything can happen here, and sometimes it surely does. You talked about some of the guys in the playoffs looking from the outside looking in as far as wins go. Daniel Simmons, Jeff Chandler, Brian Dixon, Wayne Grassi, Robert Malikian, Alan Duranco, William Lark. Every driver I've named so far, Tony, you got Lane Allen below the cut line. You got Brian Messer, Alexander Hodge, Corey Atkins. Any of those guys could show up and win at any given point, especially at a track like this where there's so much that goes into having a good solid run.
We got 9 with winners, and there's 11 guys outside, in the top 20 that have not won. And yes, absolutely, every one of those 11 drivers, well, maybe with the exception of Lane Allen because he's not here, they all could do it tonight. So yeah, it could be anybody's race tonight, really. You just got to stay clean and play it smart. It's no different than a regular plate track. It's just everything comes at you quicker, and you just got to be a little bit more attentive to what's going on in front of you.
We talk about the wild card race that is tonight here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Then we have Chicagoland Speedway after, for next week. Then Sonoma, Dover, Indianapolis, Iowa. We got a lot of great tracks coming up. Any of those tracks could show up on somebody's could be a target for some of these guys to look at and say, I'm going to put all my eggs in this basket and try to go out there and win one of those races.
Well, yeah, Chicagoland, I think we mentioned, or at least maybe one of the guys in the post race mentioned too, Chicagoland, there are no professional setups for setup shops, so people are going to have to run what you brung. Then you got Sonoma. So that's going to be, the next two races are going to be a bit of a wild card for some of these guys as well. So, and then, you keep going down through the season for the rest of the remainder of the race, and we end at a wild card race with Daytona. So, I mean, we still got a lot of good racing to go on this season B here.
And these guys are starting to grid. But real quick, we also have one more thing that comes into play for the next 4 weeks is our head-to-head bracket challenge. As we come in here, your standings. So Jamie Knopf in the 1 seed facing off against Kermit Hen. You see all your other drivers there in the top 16 in points. And the matchups they have tonight, that's another thing these drivers are going to have to keep in mind. They want to finish in front of that driver so they can advance to the next round. But like, we saw Saturday night in the real stuff, anything can and usually will happen here at a super speedway.
Yep. And, the bracket system is pretty fun. And yeah, we kind of see, this is kind of new for us. And, I know some of the drivers are kind of anticipating as well. So, it's going to kind of be kind of fun. You should have thrown a broadcaster challenge bracket in there too, just saying, but that's all right.
All right, these drivers are starting to get gridded up here. They're on the pit road ready for our starting lineup. So let's kick it off. Let's go to tonight's starting lineup for the Atlanta 200. On pole tonight is one of the drivers looking for his first win, the 24 of William Lark. To his outside, the 86, that's going to be Travis Gilbert, also looking for his first win. You've got Richie Coy in the 19, starting P3 in the Ford. Starting fourth in another Ford is the 92, that is Cameron King. Starting P5 in the number 98 is Nick Alford, and beside him is the points leader for the B season, the 48 of Jamie Knopf. P7, the 35 of Alex Murphy looking to get it done with the 41 of Ray Lane on the outside. P9 is going to see the 3 of Bob Fitzpatrick Jr., and on his outside, finishing off the top 10, is the 89 of Michael Call.
All right, starting 11th, we've got J.C. Evans in the 09. Starting 12th, Kevin Ruff in the 99. Then we have Daniel Simmons. He's back in the 06, number 13, starting 13th. Ray Gill in the 21, starting 14th. Brian Dixon in the 03, starting 15th. E.J. Luna starting 16th in the 81. William Owens starting 17th in the 71. Brandon Fetterplace starting 18th in the 34. Martin Pinnell starting 19th in the 20th in 20 car. And then Kermit Hen in the 20th position in the 91. Then wrapping up the 32 card field, you've got Martin Garreau, Brian Messer, Wayne Grossi, AJ Zepeda, Robert Malikian, Alexander Hodge, John Connor, Jeff Chandler, Lane Allen, he actually did make it, Alan Duranco, TJ Bartel, and Mason Hoffner. So yeah, good field tonight. Who's your pick? I know you're going to ask me, so I'm going to beat you to it.
Oh, let's see what we got here tonight. What are we working with? At a track like this, boy, it's going to be a tough call to make, but I'm going to go with 98, Nick Alford.
All right, Nick Alford. Well, let's see. I really haven't quite picked mine, so that's why I wanted you to go first. I'm going to go with Lane Allen. He came in very, very last. Just came in towards the end of the server here. And let's see him get it done.
Well, the sun is setting. We're getting ready for 130 laps of exciting racing action here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. There's the green flag. We are racing here at Atlanta.
Yeah, I should have picked my pick a little quicker. Sorry to put you in that bubble there.
And also a reminder, 130 laps tonight. Stage is at lap 40, so we're racing lap 40 for our stage caution.
Yeah, we were kind of taking the over-under, too, about what kind of cautions we were going to see tonight, and I really just hope everybody kind of keeps it calm out there. Just use your head and give guys some space and just kind of let the track come to you. You're really racing the track around here because it's not a typical Daytona or Talladega. You really got to pay attention to what's going on here. And I'll tell you, and the tri-oval, that it gets scary and sketchy so fast, especially when you're 2 wide, maybe even 3 wide if we get down to lap cars. It's going to be rough for some of these guys.
Lap 1 in the books. So far, clean and green as we come out of turn 2. Everybody's shuffling for position. We're still side by side for second. As the leader pulls out, that is going to be Travis Gilbert, pulls down to the bottom in front of the 24 to take the lead.
Yeah, and it's something that we saw too at Talladega. We saw obviously the inside lane being a lot stronger than the outside lane. So I'm kind of seeing to see if that's going to change a little bit. I mean, you got to remember too, we do have a little bit different aero package with the car as well. So I wonder what we're going to see as far as lanes go here.
So head down the backstretch, see the sun setting in the background. We're hoping to get some darkness, but it's going to be a tough one. If these guys keep it clean and green, we probably won't get to darkness tonight, Tony.
Well, that's the key. If we can keep it clean and green.
48, a little contact from Cameron King and the 92 side by side. They hold together though.
I'll tell you though, that inside line really, we were just talking about it. I mean, they've got a huge run now on the outside lane, and it looks like there's a good 9 cars out in front, 8 cars I'm counting, that have just kind of single filed out, and they're just pulling that inside line.
First battle back here is, I believe that is, who's that on the outside? Is that the 41 of Ray Lane, finally trying to find a place inside, but there's no room for him. The inside line does check up. He does find his way to the bottom.
Yeah, that's the thing too. When you're running that inside line, or any kind of line, you got to watch out for those checkups too, and it's going to kill the entire line. But man, that outside lane is just getting hammered right now. And I know some of the leaders, they do get a choice. So if they want inside or outside, they are not going to want to take the outside.
Is that the 91 Kevin Ruff stuck on the outside there, I believe?
Yeah, 99 right now, and I believe it's the 21 of Ray Lane behind him.
Ray Gill
behind him. That's right.
Well, different Ray.
Different Ray.
Well, Ray Lane was beside him. Ray Gill's behind him.
Okay, yeah.
He's surrounded by Rays.
Right. As the Rays are settling, right?
Yeah, the Rays are
we might get some night. Yeah.
You saw Kermit Henney right there. The 91 really loose through 3 and 4.
Oh, we got a spin. Jeff Chandler in the wall. No caution.
Oh, these guys still trying to hold it together back here. No caution still as Jeff Chandler rolls to a stop. Everybody keeps it going, though.
Wow, I got to go back to actually see what kind of set that off. The 50 just kind of got on a line, and I don't know if he's trying to work up or maybe he got pushed on a line by the 7. Boy, that happened quick. Jeff really had nowhere to go. And it all happened in that trioval, too. Wow. A lot of good hands behind them. Did not actually bring out the yellow, but should have been a yellow.
Watching this battle back here towards the back of the field. Everything kind of sorted out now. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened to Jeff Chandler. A little bit of a check up there on the straightaway. Oh, and then there's the contact. Oh, hard hit from Jeff Chandler.
Yeah, he got turned straight up in the wall. Pretty sure that ended his night. That's unfortunate. I'm looking at Doyle in the chat right now, and sorry to see your guy out. TJ's still in it though. It looks like he was able to get through it kind of clean.
Man,
he unfortunately is way behind though, so he might eventually go a lap down here. Yeah, I mean, there is a huge one-line breakaway right now. I got to say, there's got to be at least the first 20 cars, 25 cars maybe.
Everybody want to kind of settle in, see what their car does throughout the run here. You got Travis Gilbert leading, William Lark, Richie Corey P3, got Nick Alford in 4th, Bob Fitzpatrick in 5th, your top 5 right now.
Yeah, and there's 20 cars in that lead pack right now, and it seems like the last 2 cars, they're just kind of poking out for a breath of air. I don't see anybody trying to make a second lane work after what we've just seen with the inside-outside lanes here. which is not good for business. I mean, it's not very inspirational, or you're not going to want to try and make that outside line work.
A couple of teammates, Brian Messer, Brandon Fetterplace, trying to make that work on the outside. Hodge right there as well, and then you jump back to these other cars. You start to get kind of a group formed up. There's only 4 running together with Hoffner, Wayne Grassi, John Connor, and Martin Grote, looks like. Ray Gill all by himself between those cars. They'll try to get formed up, and honestly, at this point, if I'm them, I'm just trying not to go a lap down. Make it the stage break, reset, and try again. And to be honest with you, if I'm them, I'm also thinking this might be a blessing in disguise, because this may be my way of missing the big wreck up front when it happens when you come to the stage.
Well, it's not even missing a wreck. We've often seen too where a 4-car pack could catch the big pack because there's so much, bobulation and whatnot going on with the lead pack, and they're picking up Ray Gill right now, Ray Gill. I had to verify. So they're going to have a 5-car pack right now. If they can just organize and stay straight, I mean, they're going to have a much better chance of not going a lap down, but they could actually start gaining on that lead pack. So it's definitely something we're going to have to see. Kermit Henn is the leader of the group right now with, it looks like John Connor behind him. The 50 of, who is the 50? Oh, Martin Garreau. Then, he's got Wayne Grassi and Robert Malik. No. It is Ray Lane. Or Ray Gill, sorry. I'm confused. I gotta increase the size of my font. That's all I can tell you.
It's not me trying to find out what lap we're on. We are.
I know, right?
We are working lap 15 here, and Travis Gilbert leading, but he did blink out right there. You got William Larkin second, Richie Coy third, Nick Alfred, Bob Fitzpatrick. Nothing's changed up front. These guys are doing exactly, though, Tony, while it may be a little boring, they're doing exactly what they need to preserve their car. Be in contention at the end of this race. They're doing exactly what they want to be doing at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of boring, but honestly, it's the beginning of the race. There's no point to really push it. Obviously, a lot of them, I can imagine, they know that outside lane is not going to go. Are we going to see maybe a little bit of action, when we reach our stage around 40? I would venture to say yes, but why do it now? Just get out there, ride the laps. Right now, too, they're in potential position to start maybe putting more cars a lap down, which is good if you're the leader. I mean, it's less guys in the game if you think of it that way.
Right on board with the 34 at Fetterplace as he's pushing his teammate, the 51 of Messer. Oh, he turns Messer around into the wall, and that'll be our first caution of the night. The 51 of Messer gets loose, spins around. Caution is out.
Wow. I'm glad you went up there and looked at it, because, I wasn't. I was thinking about some of these lap cars getting caught up, but they're all getting caught up now.
This is, like I said, if I'm back there, that's what I'm just like, I'm going to miss this wreck. This first wreck that happens with this big group of guys, and it's exactly what they're going to get. They'll come in, fix their car, and be in contention once again. Let's go back and see what happened. Our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay, watching the 51 as they go into the corner. He gets loose on entry. Tries to check up, and the 34 is just right there, and collects the Alexander Hodge a little bit too. But he just gets loose, and I wonder if his car got upset because the other car that pulled up in front of him going into turn 3.
And it actually did happen a little bit sooner. Now I almost wonder too that if maybe the 51 was checking up a little bit, and that maybe loosened up the car. But it did kind of happen around the very same time that happened. We know the aero package is a little different, so and this being the one-of-a-kind new track that they got set up, I mean, it could, what do I always say, throw a monkey on your shoulder with a wrench in his hand or something?
Boy, you continue to make that worse and worse every week.
I'm just seeing how far I could take.
All right, so let's see if any of the leaders decide to come to pit road here early in this stage. Lap 19, working to lap 40 for the stage break.
Well, we know that they have enough fuel. They can make it to 60 laps, so they can make it to the stage. I would honestly, I'd probably save a set of tires, and I don't even know if the tires are really that negligible. I can't even say the word, but I don't know if they make a difference. So it does going to split up that front row, though. You're going to have guys now that are going to be pushed to the outside. So I'd imagine, if you see the guy in front of you and you know you're going to be on the inside row on a restart, say like Richie Coy, you're definitely staying in.
Yeah, I don't think any of these guys give up any track position up front. Now, if I was middle to the back, I might come in, but it looks like they're going to stay out as well. So, you're right. The biggest mix-up is going to be the fact that some of these guys will be forced to run a second lane on the outside. They're going to be packed up. They're going to be in dirty air, and they're going to be on older tires. What is that going to do on this restart? How is your car going to handle as it gets up to speed? And B, how is it going to handle on the outside of the track? You guys were running single file. This is really going to be a test here because some of these guys, their cars are not going to handle as good as they wanted them to. Running single file is one thing. Running side by side is going to be a whole nother one.
Yeah, and I just, I don't know. As far as from what we've seen already with this first run here, how the outside lane is just completely non-existent. I would be scared being out there, to be honest with you, because you're just going to be going. You're going to be just falling to the back. And then where's the back of that pack? Your only strategy is to hope maybe you got a teammate on the inside, cut you a little slack, let you in.
The interesting thing is our leader took the outside lane. So I'm sure he's betting on a good start and pulling down in front of William Lark, and that's going to be how that works. But what's the second lane, the second row going to do with that? I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's a very interesting strategy on his part. So, we'll see if it works out for him. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would have taken that bet. Unless maybe, too, he's worried about fuel. Maybe, being out front that long, you are burning more fuel.
If you're just joining us,
they should have enough fuel, though.
If you're just joining us, Jeff Chandler, Brian Messer in the garage already. Brandon Fetterplay still on pit road getting repairs made as well. So those guys out of contention here tonight. Unfortunately, as we come to the restart zone, Travis Gilbert leads them up. The restart is active. We are green and racing once again here at Atlanta.
Well, he got a great start, so yeah, he can take whatever lane he wants.
I don't know if you want to be way out there like that, though.
Yeah, he is way out there. That is not a good place to be because they are going to reel him in like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. And here they go. Nick Alford's going to duck low there.
Here comes the run to the inside. Travis Gilbert with a push from Jamie Knopf. The 48 pushes Nick Alford to the inside lane. And he's getting a push from behind as well. It's starting to get a little dicey up front. These guys starting to move around.
We got a couple guys kind of taking that under the white-yellow or white-red-white line, which you don't want to go down. But if it gets a little hairy, you are allowed to use it to stay out of trouble. But I'll tell you, we had talked about that outside line, and Nick Alford, he started second position on that outside line, and he made that work.
A little bit of side drafting as they go through 3 and 4. Down the backstretch, there was some side drafting. It's very, very touch and go here. These guys putting on a show up front, though, as Travis Gilbert tries to clear, but he doesn't. Nick Alford's still there on the inside.
Well, the funny thing, too, is I've been seeing Nick Alford and Travis Gilbert both kind of flash out of the screen like they're having connection issues. That's not good for the two lead cars to be having issues like that right now.
Nick's still trying to clear there. The inside lane getting a good push, at least the lead car. Nick getting a great push from the 48 of Jamie Knopf as they head off into the corner.
I'll tell you, I'm pretty impressed with the outside line. I'm actually happy to see the outside line actually showing a little bit of strength out here because I was worried it was going to just be an inside lane race here. And no, Travis Gilbert takes,
He clears. He's going to pull to the bottom and retake the lead of the bottom lane. Now J.C. Evans leads that top lane. I thought he'd have some help, but they're starting to bail on that top lane now, Tony.
Yeah. Well, it looked like Michael Call kind of dived down. Yeah, he wanted to get on the inside lane, and I just wonder if you got to have that right, cocktail of cars up front, where you got to have a good speedy guy and then a good pusher to kind of make that work.
Here comes Nick Alford to the inside of Travis Gilbert to try to take the lead, and he does. He's going to take control of this race with help from Michael Call.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Travis. I don't know if he just said, I want to be out on the top lane, and he looked like he kind of got out of the way, but I don't know if he did get out of shape or anything.
Well, there's cars moving around a good bit up front. Right now, Nick Alford out front, Michael Call second, Jamie Knopf third. Is Jamie going to make a move? No, he's going to
Travis.
just ride in line. Yeah, Travis Gilbert's starting to drop back, and he finds a spot. Oh, almost in the back of the 24 into 3.
Man. Yeah, well, it seems like that outside line's got a good run for about a lap or two. And then I just wonder if it's so many people start diving low to the inside line. That's what kills the outside line.
Oh, Nick.
I don't know.
Not there, Nick.
Not there, Nick. Yeah, he flashed out for a second. And we do know that that could be bad for the line. That does affect draft.
Looks
So
like
that's a cause of checkups.
Gilbert's on the outside again. I wonder if he's having issues holding his car down on the bottom lane. That kind of looks like what's happening. 24 got under him. Richie Coy is trying to help him by, but looks like he might have a little bit of a handling issue on his car. He's been really quick out front, but now in traffic, looks like he's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of get on his the rear cam here and just kind of see what he looks like. Oh, he gets a little tap from William Lark there.
Yeah, Lark drifts up the track a little bit there too.
I'm just gonna have to see. Yeah, maybe I can notice a little bit of looseness here, but yeah, you might be right.
All these cars starting to move around a little bit more than we've seen all night. Some of the bottom ones are starting to drift up the track a little bit. That's going to cause an issue trying to run side by side.
Well, I just noticed too, the 09 of J.C. Evans, he just flashed out too. There's a lot of little connection glitches, it looks like, going on out there tonight as well. And that's kind of killing the draft for the entire lane altogether.
Well, here comes the Travis Gilbert, 86 on the outside once again, trying to make that outside run. He's beside the 48 of Jamie Knopf. Jamie struggling for grip a little bit there in the middle of the corners. He's going to pull up side by side to battle for third.
Yeah, Travis got a pretty quick car. I mean, keep that lane rolling. He's getting a good push too from JC every now and again, and he's definitely keeping that lane up there. But he definitely needs a little bit more help in that department because the inside lane is still very, very strong.
Still single file 1, 2, 3 battle for fourth. Here comes you see the 48 drift up the track, but Travis is still going to get there. Gilbert to the outside of the 48 once again.
I mean, and something would tell me too that the 48 might kind of be blocking some of that air, maybe a little bit. I don't know. It kind of seems like, or it could be the fact that once Travis gets up to Jamie, it kind of pulls Jamie's car a little bit too. Again, we don't really, neither one of us have driven the car, so we don't know what this aero package is really doing out there. It seems like, yeah, anytime.
They're catching a lap car. Let's see how this influences things up front as they catch. Is that going to be TJ? No. Who is that on the bottom? Martin Pinnell holds the bottom.
That was the best place for a lap car to go.
Although to the apron he goes, so he gives the leaders all three lanes down the backstretch.
Everybody kind of gave some space, so that worked out pretty good. And I've been watching Travis for a couple laps now, and the car doesn't look bad. It looks pretty stable, but definitely not experiencing anything I would say he's loose.
He's trying to work his way back up there beside the 48, now right beside the 24. Seems like he gets a run every now and then, able to get beside the 48, but that's about all he can do. We see a driver sideways behind the pack. John Connors sideways down the backstretch. No caution yet.
Got it. It's out now.
I'm still not seeing a caution.
Yep. Well, I'm seeing a yellow, and everybody's slowing down.
Right. It's not showing on my. That's wonderful. That's special right there. It's still showing green. Good job. Good job. The caution is out, even though it does not say so. This will set up a short little finish.
All by himself.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there was anybody behind him to even trigger the caution.
Let's go back and see what happened here. Pretty simple, straightforward.
No, there was. There was one person.
I don't know why it doesn't go to the... I'm going to have to reload the whole program. No, he's out by himself, just comes out of the corner and loses it. 18 around off turn 2. Like a Bubba Wallace situation.
Well, he was able to keep it off the wall. Hurt his tires a bit, but he'll live to fight another day here. Crazy stuff. Yeah, back in the chat, we got B going on. Doyle's here. Hayden James is here. Jeff Chandler, sorry about your night tonight, man. Charles Hennigan. The garage beer ride looks tough. I haven't even noticed the garage beer car.
I think it's the 91 he's talking about, I believe.
Kermit?
Yeah.
He's in a different car, not a green car? Well, it is kind of green.
Yeah.
Ooh, a lime beer. I might be into that.
There it is.
Yeah, I can definitely get into some lime beer. I mean, that's,
well, it's right up your alley. Garage and beer. I mean,
garage and beer and limes, and yeah, it's green.
Yeah. All it needs is a monkey with a wrench.
If they had a monkey holding a wrench on somebody's back.
All right, so nobody chooses to pit here. We are going to have a shootout here to the end, Tony, for this stage break. And so far, barring a caution before the end of the stage, which I'm not even sure I would even go out on a limb and say that that's not going to happen, my prediction of 2 cautions is looking pretty good.
Yeah, we had discussed a little bit earlier, and I said 1, but hey, two still not bad at all. Especially for what we got going on here. The thing that's going to be kind of interesting too, at least coming to the stage, we did see the outside line hold strong for the first few laps, so that is going to make our inside-outside line debate kind of a moot point here. We're going to see some pretty good racing. Can they keep it clean and green? That is yet to be determined, but they're going to have a good 3-lap shootout, it looks like, by the time we go green here.
I'm just interested because I love that my stuff is not working again.
Well, maybe we might have to do a little station identification here after the break. If it's not working proper, I guess.
All right, we're going to come to the restart here. It's going to be 4 laps to go to the stage. It's going to be a fun little shootout here. Nick Alford on the front, Michael Call on the front row with him. Waiting for the green. Green flag is out. They launch, and we are racing once again here at Atlanta. Now, we saw on this last restart, Tony, that the leader got way out there, and he ended up getting passed down the backstretch. I'm pretty sure you don't want to repeat that. It looks like Nick Alford learned from that as he leads into turn 2.
Well, in Travis's defense, I mean, Travis did kind of get out of line. Or I should say in Nick's defense, Travis kind of got back into the eye lane. I don't think Nick did that. He just he went from the outside line, kind of cut right in front of Michael Call, and he's out in front right now and looking pretty good.
38.
Like I say, I'm kind of waiting to see that outside line. We got Richie Coy and William Lark both on the outside lane right now. I'm just waiting to see Richie maybe try to push William out there.
2x2 for second. Let's see if Richie can do anything with William. He's going to push him hard down this backstretch, try to get a run. That inside lane's pushing as well, but there's 3 of them. They kind of a little bit of a checkup. They're going to spread out here.
I mean, giving a push is good, but I think we said even in pre-race, you don't have a long back straight like you do at Talladega and Daytona. Get that thing set up.
Yep. 2 laps to the stage.
They are fighting for that those lucky dog points here, or not the lucky dog, but the stage points.
Top 2 are clear. Now the battle for third. William Lark on the outside in the 24, the 48 of Jamie Knopf on the inside. So you see, what was that? Mason Hoffer? No, that's right. Bob Fitzpatrick gets really high out of the groove through 3 and 4.
Well, yeah. Well, I see Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. Giving Richie a push.
They're trying to, oh my goodness, there's a scrap going on here. Jamie Knopf on the inside. Travis Gilbert jumped to the outside. There wasn't room. Through 3 and 4 coming to the stage. Right now it's all Nick Alford out front. Michael Collins second. The battle for third. Can anything be done? I don't think so. So give the stage win to Nick Alford. Michael Call second. Jamie Knopf finishes third. And there's your caution for the stage.
Man, it was definitely it was definitely about as spicy as I thought it was going to get.
Yeah, exciting one. That whichever car jumped up in front of the outside lane there kind of got them all jacked up there.
Yeah, he tried to make that work, but unfortunately it kind of backfired on him. You got to have the run though before you get up in that lane, and I don't know if a lot of these guys realize what that outside line is doing right now. It's not doing much. It's tough to be out there.
Let's go back and see if we can see what that move was. I think it was before that.
Well, I went back to chat here. Jeff Chandler's eating homemade banana pudding ice cream. That sounds pretty damn good.
That does sound good.
And then Aaron Satcher saying Richie Coy for bingo president. Listen, I'm not going to put my political endorsement on Richie Coy for anything. Oh, Jamie Knopf gets into Michael Call on the just coming into pit road. Wow.
We were looking at the move there that Travis Gilbert made on that last lap of the stage. I'll have to go back and look and see what the contact was here.
Yeah, not good. I'm looking at Jimmy Knopf's front end now. He's got a little damage from that. Little checkup getting into pit road. That definitely hurt the nose of his car.
So we go back and look and see what happened here.
I'm looking at Michael Call now, see if what happened to the rear end of his car. Oh, the rear end of his car looks fine.
Oh, there was a checkup. They didn't want to pass the pace car. Everybody slowed down. Was speeding around the corner, then slowed down for the pace car.
Yeah, wow. I don't know if it's worse to have that happen on pit road or having it happen on the restart.
Well, I tell you what's going to happen is it pushed Michael Call out beyond the white line there, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a penalty for him.
He is. Yeah, he's getting a penalty right now. He's dropping to the back of the field. So, wow. Big change of events for the two of those drivers. Like I say, I know Jamie's he does have some front end damage. I got to go back and look to see if he did get it repaired, but
he's coming out of the pits, but he's all the way at the back too. So both those guys go into the rear for different reasons, but because they came together.
Man. Well, still quite a bit of a lapping to go here. We got a little less than 90.
Somebody else is going to the rear. The 19 of Coy is strapped to the bottom.
I'm gonna have to go back and see what happened to him. Maybe he got caught speeding.
We got quite the mix-up up front as well as William Owens, T.J. Bartell, and Alexander Hodge decide to stay out here.
He got on the outside of the white line on pit road.
Richie did.
Entry, yes. And I wonder if that
he got the same penalty Michael then.
Yep.
Did good. Yeah,
because his speed looks good, but yeah, he was doing a checkup as well. Not nearly as bad as he didn't make contact with anybody, but
well, there's some of your hard hitters having some trouble early on, and we talked about how hard it is to make up ground here at this track. All that loss of track position is huge.
Yeah. Definitely, especially, too, with the inside-outside lane the way it is.
And speaking of track position, like I said, Owens, Bartell, and Hodge decided to stay out here. They're going to assume the lead. The top three did not pit under the stage. William Owens going to lead them down here as we get ready for the green flag here after the stage. Owens and Bartell on the front row. Green flag is out. Owens launches, and we're green.
TJ did not get going. I don't know if he spun his tires a little bit, but yeah, that whole lane just kind of got slammed right there. Although we have been noticing the leader, they do get a great jump within the restart zone. So it's like every time, if you're the leader, you definitely you got an advantage with that. I'm gonna have to go back to see too when the last time TJ actually took a pit, because he might only have 10 or so laps of gas left here.
All right, so that inside lane's caught the top three once again here. And they kind of jumped out, but that inside lane swallowed them up already. Just now as, what is that? Ray Lane jumps to the outside, trying to lead that outside lane. William Owens, Alexander Hodge leading the front right now.
Well, I did look. TJ, he actually took tires and gas on lap 34. So he should have enough gas for a little while.
Top 7 right now, all single file as they head into turn 1.
Let me see William Owens too. I assume he went in for gas as well.
Nick Alford on that outside road, trapped behind TJ Bartell. They are going backwards right now, as he is Nick Alford's back to 12th position.
Yeah, and you can see too, that outside lane is it's gone. There's nothing left of it.
They're going the wrong direction.
Yep. But man, we got a lot of new shakers up front now too. I think you mentioned J.C. Evans. Daniel Simmons is kind of in the mix as well now.
EJ Luna between those two, and the 24 or the 01 or 81.
A lot of new players up front there.
And with that, you have to learn what the tendencies of the cars you're racing around are. Are they loose? Are they tight? Do they wiggle down the straightaway? Do they push well? Are they fast? All those things, you have to make those split-second decisions on what you're doing, how you race them. What can you do with them? Do you go with them if they pull out? Do you stay on the bottom? What do you do?
Yeah, I know. And I mean, and honestly, I'm still trying to figure out William Owens, if he took gas or not, or like what lap did he take gas?
On board with the 09 J.C. Evans, winner from Talladega. He knows how to do the super speedway stuff. This is a little bit different than Talladega, but he was very proficient at Talladega, so this is not something new. And I have to say, I wasn't surprised to see him up front.
No, he was looking good too when he was behind Richie, I believe. Or no, he was behind Travis Gilbert, trying to kind of push him along in that outside lane. So yeah, he's got a quick car. So far, yeah, looking really good.
What were the 3 of Fitzpatrick Jr. trying to work his way towards the front? He's up there in the top lane right now.
Well, I did finally find out William Owens did pit on lap 35 as well. He took tires and gas, so he should be good for a little while. Gonna have less gas than the rest of the field. iRacing was giving me some weirdness, and I couldn't just find them for whatever reason.
So that's Bob Fitzpatrick up there behind TJ Bartell, and now Wayne Grossi jumps in front of TJ on that top side, trying to get that top side to roll a little bit.
Yeah, I don't see that top side actually doing anything. It's been a complete failure since the beginning of this race. You get a couple laps out of it, although TJ had such a bad restart that kind of really didn't spark it off the restart very well. But you got to get that right combination of drivers up there. Somebody with some speed and somebody that can push. Here comes Lane Allen getting in front of Wayne Grossi now. Nice. Let's see if Lane's got something.
Lane's going to pull to the top there, try to lead that top lane. And to be honest with you, it may be a question of comfort. You may be your car may be more comfortable up there versus being tied to the bottom. You may want a little bit of extra flexibility or movement in case the car gets loose or tight or whatever. You have a little more room than if you are on the bottom being held down by the cars on the top side.
I would say that's true, except for when you get in the trial, because the trial of a wall comes at you so fast, and you're still trying to kind of hold up enough room on the bottom to let that inside car go. Looks like they're catching Martin Pinell.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. Coming off turn 2, this is going to get really tight. Everybody giving room so far, so good.
It looks like they were able to let him go. Good job by everybody there.
That's a heart and throat moment.
Yeah, like I say, especially with Tribal, it just gets so tight. And it's like the kink you have to make the corner.
Oh, are they going 3 wide? 3 wide. Wayne Grossi to the inside of Lane Allen. Lane going backwards on that top side.
I don't know what happened there.
Wayne just looked to the inside. Oh, we got a checkup going into 3. Wayne just ducked to the inside of Lane Allen. Guess he left it open. Wayne was going to fill that gap. Lane in the wall off turn 4.
Wayne kind of was all over Lane's bumper there, so I don't know if Lane got a little bit rubbed up enough and maybe just kind of said, "Screw it, I don't want to be I don't want to be in front of you anymore." Back out front, we just got a parade going right now. William Owens still holding strong, being kind of followed by Alexander Hodge. Alexander really hasn't been given much of a push. Then you got J.C. Evans, E.J. Luna, Daniel Simmons, and Ray Lane, sorry.
Well, they're trying their best to get this top lane going. Who's that pulled up in front of Wayne? Is that Michael Call? No, he's on the bottom. The 35, Alex Murphy.
Yeah. Actually, Alex looks like he got a little bit of legs right now. Starting to get a little bit of movement going there. You got to get a good car, and I almost wonder too if they can get up to Travis Gilbert. Will Travis kind of take that outside lane? Because we saw him running pretty strong earlier on.
Well, how about Nick? Because Nick is 13th. He's already kind of looking on the outside lane.
Yeah, he's a few cars up there. So
there's the 48.
There he goes.
Jamie Knopf. He's going to duck to the inside and say, "Okay, thank you guys. I'm going to take this bottom lane and try to make something happen."
Looks like he took Cameron King with him. All right, let's see if they can make this work. I mean, there's been a lot of checkups here and there too from the inside lane, which is really kind of killing the inside lane.
Well, here you go again with a car that's flashing up front, leading this pack. Though that's kind of the problem.
Yeah, it's definitely hurting it right now. Hold on that connection. Richie Coy's flashing out too that I'm looking at. So many flashers out there
on my screen. You mentioned the 09. I didn't see that either on my screen either. So
it wasn't often, but it was a quick little flash here and there. Yeah, well, that was not a good move by Nick Elford.
Getting tight here. It's 35 and the 7 right together. There's a little bit of a checkup going into 1 there.
Yeah, there's a lot of checkup where the two wide action is at right now. And unfortunately, these are positions, 15 and beyond.
Yeah, you're right. Richie Coy's right there in the mix with these guys as well. Michael Call jumped to the top. The 48 of Jamie Knopf jumped to the top. A lot of committed guys jumping to the top, trying to go towards the front. A lot of fast cars. They were running up front earlier. Can they make their way back up there?
Well, with the amount of laps and being the stage already passed, this is the time to experiment a little bit. Everybody's going to still have to come in for some fuel at some point, and I would assume most of these guys are probably not going to be able to make it very much past lap 100. That is, of course, if we stay green. So they still got about 40 laps to kind of figure it out, mix it up, see if you can get that outside, maybe see if you can find a friend or two that it's going to work with you, and maybe who's got speed and who doesn't have speed.
Well, we just transitioned to the lights turning on. You see things changed on your screen. It doesn't look quite right, to be honest with you. It's like we've got daytime lighting on the cars, nighttime lighting on the tracks. It doesn't look quite right.
Well, the funniest thing, and I've been to a few night races, when you walk into the stadium at night, or if you're going in a night race, those lights are already on.
Oh, the 48 around. Richie Coy involved, the 48, the Michael Call machine, all involved here.
Jamie just got loose.
And I'm showing we're still under green.
Whoa, we are, yeah.
Wild.
Well, the crazy thing, I didn't see anybody actually get turned around. Well, Wayne Grossi got turned around into the pits, but he was off the track at that point. Oh, man.
Let's go back and look at that. The 48 was the first one I saw go around.
Yeah, he got loose.
Turn 3. Oh, he had a car right on his bumper. I don't know if it was contact, but he did. He got loose. Wayne Grossi involved. Hard hit to the inside wall. Mason Hoffner with some contact. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what Richie Coy.
I didn't actually see any contact, but I mean, it could have been some of that air. Could have been maybe the ghost neck code like we always see.
Yeah, it looks like everybody scoots by, but somehow no caution.
Sad thing is, it took out most of that outside field. That was really starting to kind of make some legs on that outside line.
Yeah, there was no contact till he didn't get. He had been sideways and some hard hits there. 48 and the 7 are toast.
Man, and the fact that no caution came out is
caution
is even crazy.
Well, that's going to split our field up. Let's see if we can. Let's see. We got the first 13 guys all kind of by themselves in this first pack. Second pack being led by Kevin Ruff, Nick Alford, Alex Murphy, at Michael Call, Richie Coy, Bob Fitzpatrick, and Kermit Henney.
Yeah, the only thing nice about that second pack is they got 7 cars in that second pack. They're not overly too far away, but if they can line up, and it looks like they're kind of getting organized now, and if they can just kind of keep it clean without any checkups there.
J.C. Evans with an issue in the main pack.
Ooh. Thought I saw some smoke too. He was kind of riding on the 53 hard. Do we got a motor blow maybe?
No, it just got loose. What happened here?
Looks like he got on the apron. So yeah, no motor blow.
He did. He touched the apron. Ooh, and he saved it. He's going to give it the second pack now.
Yep. All right, so one car gets taken away from the first pack, and it gets brought to the second pack. So now the second pack's going to have 8 cars. Let's see if they can actually catch that first pack. You got Kevin Ruff leading that second pack too. So.
But we still got pit stops to go as well. These guys know that there's one more stop left to go. And these guys are running about 3 seconds behind the pack in front of them. That is not... you said John Connor has an issue as well.
All right, one more car catching the backpack. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, there's a 3-second gap. I mean, but too, even with pit stops coming, that second pack wants to be with the front pack because it does change. And man, the front pack is starting to get really scattered out too. So,
John Connor loose again off turn 2. That 18, that's what happened. They were catching those group of cars. He got loose again off turn 2.
Yeah,
we've seen that 18
earlier.
Yeah.
It looks like they're catching a couple guys. It looks like Wayne Grossi's in that second. There is a second pack. It's a 3-car pack, but I believe a lot of those guys might be a lap down. But it is a bridge of air that hopefully that second pack might have a little leg to catch that first pack. They're still they're a little under a 3-second deficit though, so that second pack is starting to catch a little bit.
William Owens continues to lead the 71, the 53 of Hodge second, Daniel Simmons in third, EJ Luna fourth, Ray Lane in fifth as they catch some more lap cars here.
Oh, Jamie Knopf gets spun in that second pack. Man, they were 3 wide. Things were really nasty happening back there.
Already a lap down. Jamie Knopf goes around. Caution is out.
Jamie got caught out by another lap down car.
Let's go back and see what happened. Our best one tire on a Curious instant replay. Jamie Knopf coming down the straightaway 3 wide. Oh. Was that the 99? Was into the 7. Who was into the 48?
Yeah, there just was not a lot of great communication, it looked like, within the lap cars. And something bad was brewing. Well, this is they should have enough gas. I'd imagine everybody's coming in for some gas and tires right now, and they are in the window where they could probably all make it. So stay under that white line, everybody, and get your pit stop so you don't get a penalty.
And don't fly into the area and slam on the brakes.
Yeah, trying to hit the car in front of you as well, and get in, get out, get your gas, and pray you're on the inside line.
I mean, I guess giving the old people some credit, it is getting dark outside. I'm sure the old people like Richie Coy may not be able to see that white line so well, at night.
I'm amazed that I'm even able to see it on the broadcast. I got to turn up the gamma.
It looks like Ray Lane took 2 or no tires, 1. Travis Gilbert comes out 2nd. A load of guys. Daniel Simmons, Alexander Hodge, EJ Luna out. Your top 5.
Well, I think too, some of these guys have already pitted maybe once, maybe twice already. So I would assume they know what kind of tire wear they're getting. And yeah, taking 2 tires, maybe even no tires, may be an option for some of these guys. And we all know the way track position is around here. And again, you want to pray you're on the inside line, or you can at least get down into the inside line sooner than later. Yeah, so we'll have to see what some of these guys did. I'll have to go back and look to see who took what and where. But yeah, I'm showing William Owen still out in front. Daniel Simmons rounding out 2. EJ Luna, Ray Lane, Travis Gilbert still kind of up in the front, hanging out there in the top 5. Brian Dixon in 6th, William Lark 7th, Nick Elford 8th, Alex Murphy 9th, Michael Call 10th, and Richie Coy up to 11th. So let's see. Let's keep going. We got Kevin Ruff 12th right now, Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. 13th, J.C. Evans 14th, Alexander Hodge 15th, Martin Garreau 16th, A.J. Zepeda 17th, Kermit Henney 18th, Robert Maliki in 19th, and John Connor 20th. So let's see. Everybody should have enough gas, and it looks like they're starting to line up 2x2x2 now. So I could tell you, if I was on the outside line, you're looking for that hole to get the inside as quickly as possible. And if you're in that inside line, you are staying on the guy's bumper, because you do not want to be anywhere, you do not want to give up a spot to somebody.
Yeah, I'd be
nervous.
So
hard to pass.
I'd be nervous on the top, although the leader did take the top lane, so he's going to jump out once again. But then if you're second in line on the outside, you're probably looking for a hole on the outside to get down and just ride at this point. Although we are running out of laps, we're only past halfway, though.
Yeah, well, 77 out of 130. So, yeah, they got 53 to go, I imagine. Quick math in my head. Yeah, I think that's about right. So, like I said, they should have enough gas. Everybody should have enough gas. Even, I would imagine, the leader, who might be out in front this whole time, burning it all up. So, it's just, are we going to stay green? And you don't want to get caught in the checkup, especially, too, with the way the cautions have been thrown. You definitely do not want to lose the draft around here.
All right, here we come. Pace car's going to pull off. We're going to get a restart here after our 4th caution. As they come to the restart zone, Ray Lane leading on the outside, Travis Gilbert on the inside. They fire off. Green flag is out, and we're racing again here at Atlanta.
Yeah, Ray Lane got a great jump. That outside line for restarts has been fire tonight. So, I mean, I don't know who figured that out, but it seems like it's a trend, and everybody's been making it work to their advantage. But, man, they singled up. That inside line singled up quick.
Everybody found a gap pretty quick there. Oh, you see a little bit of a checkup back there.
That's always the problem when they single file that quickly. There is bound to be a checkup, and that's exactly what we saw. Fortunately, too, I'm looking at the front, or at that outside line right now. You got 3 cars. You got Lane Allen, the 03 of Brian Dixon, and the 35 of Alex Murphy. They're kind of just hanging out in that outside line. They better find a hole to fit into real quick.
Kind of looking at
there goes Brian.
Looking at our guys that had issues on pit road earlier, Michael Call, he is still 23rd. Richie Coy made up some positions. He's 13th. And then who was the other one? Nick Alford back to 22nd. He had issues in pit road as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Jimmy Knopf, Wayne Grassi, they're both currently a lap down right now. So there's gonna be a fight as far as who's getting the lucky dog.
That is if we get a caution, Tony. You think we're going to get another caution?
I undoubtedly do, yes. But we'll see. These guys might surprise us.
Right now, Lane, Gilbert, Simmons, Hodge, and Luna all out front, top 5. And you got William Owens in 6th. AJ Zepeda, we haven't called his name yet. He is currently in 7th. Martin Guerrero, 8th. William Lark, 9th. And Robert Malikian round out your top 10 right now.
Well, and I'm looking too through the top 10. We've got 4 guys that started outside the top 20, with it being Malikian, Martin Guerrero, AJ Zepeda, and Alexander Hodge. So all those guys started outside the top 20, kept their nose clean, and yeah, they're running in the top 10. Where can they go from here? That's the big question, because we know that outside line is pretty much non-existent.
Back here, Bob Fitzpatrick on the outside of Alex Murphy. Only one on the outside lane, though. It's
we got a wreck up front.
We do. We got cars sideways everywhere.
Caution.
Big wreck. Is TJ Bartell involved? Lane Allen involved? The 09? EJ Luna is involved. The 18 of John Connor involved. Zepeda involved. A huge one here at the front stretch.
It's like Alexander Hodge. It's like he kind of got a.
We're going to look at our best one tire and auto care instant replay. See what happened here off the corner.
Man.
What happened before we got there. Let's see if we can go back and look. Go forward here. Who did it start with?
It was EJ Luna and Alexander Hodge. Alexander looked like he just got out of line, and EJ didn't give him much room to get back in.
EJ filled that gap immediately.
Yeah. Well, we know the car's probably, when Alexander probably got out of line, the draft maybe pulled EJ a lot quicker.
And 53 just tried to fill that gap, and there was a car already filling the gap he left. They tried to check up, and it was just too little, too late.
Yeah, not a good thing, and a lot of collateral damage behind as well. So we got a lot of takers on pit road. Bunch of guys came in, some of them obviously for a little bit of damage, but I wonder if anybody probably topped off a little bit too, just to give it a little extra fuel, maybe keep a little weight on the rear axle.
A little bit of patience and a little bit of awareness would have went a long way right there for that one.
Yes, we were just kind of giving some of these guys props too, starting far in the back in the pack and working their way up through the field. And unfortunately, that ended a few guys, it looked like.
If you want to make it to the end, you gotta use a little bit better judgment on both parts. Could have done a little bit better there.
That almost had the reminiscence of a Saturday Night Special as well, from what we saw. Man. A couple of guys too, it looks like they got pushed into the pit stall, and that's an automatic pit road penalty with iRacing. You get, unsafe entry, they say. Even if you're spinning and you don't hit a wall, it's still going to hurt your night with a penalty. Yeah.
It's right on board with the 18 here. He's been in about everything. This is not the 18, this is the 81.
Man, tough.
It's clipped as he goes by.
Yeah, he made a dash for the grass to kind of keep it low, and unfortunately got caught up by another car.
Well, we're double foul. We're getting ready for a restart. Ray Lane in the lead. Travis Gilbert second. A little bit of a mix-up up front. We got Martin Garreau, Daniel Simmons, William Lark, Robert Malikian, Kermit Henney, and Kevin Ruff, your top 8.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my my scoring monitor to reset to show the actual people up front. But yeah, there definitely's got to be a bit of a shakeup throughout the whole field after that. I'm looking to see too how many guys are even still on the lead lap. Who's in, who's out.
22 on the lead lap. Wayne Grassi got the lucky dog that time by.
Oh, okay.
All right, pace car's off. Green flag's out. We're racing once again here at Atlanta.
Sorry, I had to grab a drink there. It looked like that outside line, though, prevailed as usual.
Top 3 going to kind of break away here. William Lark in 4th. Going to be running them down the backstretch. That inside lane getting a great run through 1 and 2 down the back. Will they take this run and do anything with it?
I'm worried about those top 3 cars. They were mighty tight nose to bumper there for a while. That's always a dangerous option to be doing. Daniel Simmons was getting a little too close to pushing the pusher. That's all I'm going to say. But man, they single filed out quick.
Starting to see the lights shimmer on top of these cars as we head into darkness. Ray Lane leading Travis Gilbert, Simmons, your top 3.
Yeah, we've got a long, we're pretty much, we have one scraggler on the outside lane right now, but everybody else is pretty much single file. And obviously the one guy that's kind of alone on his own island, he is all by his lonesome. He's fallen to the very back of the field. Trying to see exactly who that is. That might be Martin Garreau. Yes, that is who that is. But man, back up front. If they stay green like this, I can see this is how we're going to finish. Because again, I do not see that outside line coming through.
It's going to take some organization for sure. You see Travis Gilbert flash there. It's going to take some organization for sure for some of those guys to jump up top and be committed to each other to make that work.
Yeah. Every now and again, too, I just saw Robert Malikian kind of get out of line, lost one spot. He was able to kind of fill that hole behind him again, but I could see that happening, and it's going to shake up the field a little bit. But other than that, I don't know. And, we know Travis Gilbert has got a quick car. He's sitting in second right now. If he tries to dive out, who's going to go with him? Or are they going to say, well, we don't even know you, Travis, and we're just going to leave you to hang you to dry? It could be one or the other. I hate to call it out like that, but unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes. We got a lot of guys out there that really, maybe aren't with a team. I know Richie Coy's out there kind of on his own island. Well, he does have he does have Lane Allen with him out there, but the two of them haven't been together at all.
You talk about teams. I know you got Daniel Simmons out there. He was pseudo teammates with the 48, but the 48's wrecked. He's out of it, so he's out there by himself. You got William Lark. He doesn't have any teammates tonight. He's out there kind of by himself. Kermit Henney, he's got, who is he teammates with? He's got some teammates out there, but they're not around him. You got Richie Coy out there without teammates. You 09 J.C. Evans, I think, is pseudo teammates with the 91. So he's right there.
They got a lot of friends out there. They got Brian Dixon.
Speaking of the 09, he goes for a ride through the infield. No caution. But he got loose, or did he get help off the corner?
I'm going to have to go back and look at that.
Oh, and he's wrecked now. He's wrecked after he got out of the grass on the infield.
Wow. I wonder what happened. Yeah, like I said, I'm going back right now to kind of look at see what went on with him.
See what happened with the 09 here coming off the corner. It's early. Let's see what happened. Did he get help?
Got a little help, yeah, from the 3.
Well, he was in the back of the 19 too.
Yeah. Bit of a checkup back there. He doesn't look like he's overly damaged. He did get in the wall a little bit, but it didn't look like he got a penalty, but he is definitely off pace.
He didn't hit the... did he just get hit, or did he get loose off the corner?
I think he got... it could have been a little bit of both, where he might have gotten a little looseness. I think
was
he
right
kind of laid it. The 3 was right behind him. Robert Fitzpatrick Jr.
Let's see what happens. Let's see round 4 with Robert here, Bob, and see what. Yeah, he got into it. He got into it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 09 checked up for Richie in the lane in front of him and just kind of stayed off him, but then kind of got hit from behind.
That's just another one of those situations. A little more patience.
Yep. Back up front, though, same name, same places. Ray Lane, Travis Gilbert, Daniel Simmons, William Lark, Kermit Henning. And then Richie Coy in 6th.
As he go around the 09, he's going to go lap down. J.C. Evans now 1 lap down.
Man, running in the top 5 1 minute, and or close to the top 5 1 minute, and then a lap down the next. It is a shorter track, like we've been saying since the beginning. So yeah, things happen way quicker. And you got to kind of pay attention to them checkups, try to see beyond your view a little bit, and definitely leave some room, and it doesn't hurt to cut a guy a break every now and again as well.
Ray Lane continuing to lead in the 41. 86, Travis Gilbert in 2nd. Gilbert's been up there all night. Having a good run so far. The 06 of Daniel Simmons in 3rd. William Lark worked his way back up to the top here in 4th. Kermit Henny in 5th. And then Richie Coy in 6th has worked his way back up there after a pit road penalty. So a couple of recovery stories right there in the top 6.
Yeah, right now Kermit started 20th up to 5th, so he's our hard charger, I would say, as of yet. Yeah, having a good night right now. And he's got friends. It looks like he's got Michael Call, Nick Alford. We talked about J.C. Evans, but he's also got Brian Dixon in the mix too. So he's got a few friends out there, at least maybe pseudo teammates. Ooh, Lane Allen gets pushed down the track, it looked like. Or was that Nick Alford? That might have been Nick Alford. Yes, it was Nick Alford. He was able to recover it, though. He went below the line a bit.
Getting racy. Getting towards the end here. No pit stops required yet. Or to the end of this race. So we're getting down to it.
Yeah, I had to go back to go see what happened to Nick there. And he went down. He got a little contact from the 30 that kind of forced him down a little bit. But no harm, no foul. I'm just waiting. I'm just trying to debate who's going to be the guy to come out. I mean, I have a feeling Daniel Simmons is going to try and get out on the outside line towards the end of this once we get there. I mean, we still have over 30 laps to go. But we know Travis Gilbert, he's got speed in that car. And he could just be laying back, saving a little bit. Try to make that move to get to that outside. I mean, I always say the 2nd place or the 3rd place car really controls a lot of this race because you can make or break somebody else's night by how much you're pushing or how much you're laying back.
We got a car around back here. Got a wreck. It looks like, who was it? Oh, Jamie Knopf once again around. Caution is out.
Well, we talked about the beginning of this when we were going through the driver. What could happen to Jamie Knopf that might screw up his night? And about everything that could be happening to Jamie right now is happening.
Everything that can happen is happening. Let's go back and look at our best one tire and all look here instant replay. See what happened to the 48. It actually happens behind him, but there's a little contact between him. I think was that Michael Call.
Yeah, we had another line checkup. A lot of bumping and baiting. And Michael Call just, kind of got right into him. Man. A lot of stuff that
it was a big check
and should have been avoided.
Into the corner, Jamie's in the middle of the track, and Michael Call into this quarter panel, and around he goes.
Man, oh man. Well, I could tell you one person that's happy about it, J.C. Evans. He's getting the lucky dog. I don't believe he, looks like he's getting his lap back. Let's see if he can salvage his night. He's probably going to be restarting in the same spot he is about in the 20th or so. But let's see if he can work his way back up. He's still got 30 laps to get there. And yeah, he was our Talladega winner, so he's got the plate chops.
Pork chops?
Pork chops. Yeah, I mean, pork chops. Brian's asking, you guys ordered extra tow trucks for today? No, we got one of them onboard car crushers.
Car crushes over, yeah.
Yeah,
That way we can haul more than one at a time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cube them and stack them.
Yep. So no pit stops from the front runners here right now. Everybody decides to stay out. Track position has been key so far tonight. And as we get under 30 laps to go, you're going to want to be towards the front here. But again, we're going to have another restart with double file line, and that outside lane is going to be looking to get to the inside like we saw before. But we've seen jumping to that inside sometimes creates those checkups, and that could lead to calamity as they head into turn 3.
Well, if you're starting up front on the inside line, I think you're going to be okay. We got to watch that restart, though, because that outside line, I mean, for whatever reason, the outside line has been getting a fantastic restart time and time again. And everybody seems like they really like that outside line for the restart. So I assume Ray Lane is going to take that outside again, get the good run, dive down on the inside. Will Travis, though, have enough speed to keep him down below? That'll be the question, because he's going to have Daniel Simmons pushing him. And Daniel was trying to push him before. So I can see if nobody's in front of Travis, Daniel's going to give him a nice big push.
Yeah, the question is, if the leader gets a big jump, what do you do going into 3 if you've got a run on it? Do you try to pass? Do you duck in and save it for later?
I can tell you if Daniel was leading the group, Daniel would. Travis, I'm not so sure of, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
Would what?
Would jump to the outside to try to make that pass.
He would try to take it. I got you.
I would say that. Now, we'll see. If Travis does decide to try that, yeah, I could see Daniel going with him for sure. Well, I'm looking at that lead pack, man. The lead pack just looks smaller and smaller since we started tonight.
Yeah, we're whittling them down. 26 laps to go at the line when they take the green flag. We are getting down to it here. Travis Gilbert, Ray Lane on the front row. You got Simmons and Lark in the second row. They come to the restart zone, waiting for the green flag. There it is, and we're racing once again in a pretty even start from the inside and outside.
Yeah, Travis got a good run. Now he's going to get that bump from Daniel.
Ooh, here comes the 24 trying to come down, but the 19 is going to close that door. Boy, they are trading some paint there as they head into turn 1.
It looked like he was asking him for some Grey Poupon or something. Yeah, they were.
Oh, turned around behind him. Got a big wreck behind him. Nick Alford involved.
Yeah, it looks like Lane Allen as well.
All right, let's go back and see what happened there. Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay coming out of turn 2 on this restart. Boy, Nick Alford was a byproduct to whatever happened in front.
Yeah, it looked like Alan Duranco was trying to, I don't know if he got a bad bump from the 18 or if he was just trying to get down to the lane or maybe both.
Oh, somebody was trying to come down. Was that Duranco trying to come down the track?
Yeah, but again, though, I don't know if he was trying to come down or he might have got a bump from the 18 that maybe forced him down. It could have been one or the other, but yeah. He was trying to fill a hole, and unfortunately, he really didn't have any place to go.
Was that Lane Allen in front?
Yeah, he kind of rolled right off of Lane Allen's nose. A lot of guys scattered and were able to kind of stay out of that. But
I think Nick Alford got the worst damage out of all of it.
Yeah, he did.
I want to go back to this green flag and watch what the 19 does here on the restart.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
We'll see what happens here as we come to the green flag. Him and 24. Looks like the 19 dives to the bottom, is clear, goes below that line.
Yeah, he did come down the line a little bit.
Short on board with the 19 here on this restart.
They both wanted that inside line, I can tell you that much. They both knew it was a stake at that point.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's almost like hitting the wall, but different.
And then the caution goes out. Interesting times.
Looks like we got Brian Messer in chat now. He said the outside was great. Not from what we've been seeing, Brian.
The outside was great. Well, we'll see if they can make it work here. We're getting down to it. Like I said, I like the outside because you've got a little more freedom. You got more room to work with. If you get a little loose, you got a little room to save it. You're not as squeezed down to the bottom. You know, if you run that bottom lane, you're expected to run the bottom line. And sometimes your car just isn't, you know, the greatest to do that. So at least at the top side, you have a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of gap to work with.
Oh yeah, for sure, and I do agree with that. Like I say, the only area that I'm always sketchy or at least nervous when I get around this track is that tri-oval, just because it comes at you really close and tight, and you know, if you're on the bottom, like you say, you got to make sure you hold the bottom. But if you're on the top, you got to make sure the guy holds the bottom as well, and because you don't want to get too far on the outside, because that kink comes, the two kinks come at you so quick.
Yeah, it's that spatial awareness. You have to kind of, you know. Sometimes you almost have to kind of hope that the guy is doing what you think he's going to do, to be honest with you. There's been many times in the car that you're just kind of hoping that the guys around you are doing what you are expecting them to do. And when they do something unexpected, it's usually when you have issues.
Yep. All right. So Brian Messer, he's saying he's being 100% sarcastic. Well, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, unfortunately, looks like some air.
And the other bee making chicken says two-wheel in rule. He says
two-wheel in rule
for the
he's making
the
rules.
Number 19.
Right.
Yeah,
gotcha. All right, we're gonna get ready for a restart here. 24 laps to go. 23 at the line. Green flag is out. We're racing again here at Atlanta.
Ray Lane gets that jump. Oh, we got a checkup on the 24. I don't know what happened with the 24.
Yeah, 24 did not get going there.
I wonder if he missed a shift. He is. They're taking him 3 wide now. Fortunately, Richie Coy is on his own island. He's going to have to dive down now. Oh, Robert Malikian gives him a little room though. You better leave Robert a nice thank you note after that.
Yep, Hallmark card coming his way. See a single file up front.
Yeah, well, they got 22 laps to get this done now, so they got to all play nice. I know Ray Lane is in the catbird seat.
So the 3 of Fitzpatrick's up front, getting a push. I mean, up top, getting a push with the 24 and the 09 with them. And now another car's jumped up top there. They're going to try to get that outside lane rolling. That's 53 of Hodge.
If you're going to make that outside lane go, this is probably the time to try it. See if you can at least get up there. And from what I'm seeing, they are making it work a little bit. Not greatly, but they are making it work slightly. You just got to organize and stay on each other.
Check up into the corner there. That's going to help them. Everybody has a check up going into one. Everybody's going to try to start pushing a little bit harder, and that's going to cause even more checkups, which actually will help that top lane.
Yeah, the top lane are praying for the checkup. They just need to see more and more checkups so they can kind of get there. And I don't even know if the side draft is really in much of a play here. Robert Malikian looks like he might take the outside if it gets to him.
Like he's thinking about it. Now he's going to jump up there. He's
going
to try to lead this top lane.
He's seeing maybe that line might have a little leg. I'll tell you, I'd love to see that outside line get some legs here and make it a little bit more exciting up front. I know if you're in the front or even in the top 5, you don't want to see that lane coming.
You don't want to see it. You don't want to see the excitement.
Exactly. But let's see. I'm just wondering if there's going to be any more takers. Anybody with a little bit of speed in their car that might want to say, hey, yeah, I'm up there. But Robert's up, kind of pulling that line right now. They're slowly working it up. They just need 1 or 2 checkups, and that might definitely help him.
Side by side
And there's
for
one.
7th. Here they go. There's TJ Bartel right on the back bumper of the 19 of Coy now. They're side by side with Coy for 6th.
Yeah, Alexander just got to keep the pressure on Robert and just kind of keep giving him that good push. Although we know the cars can't overheat, we know the engines could pop. So I mean, you still got to kind of manage that as well.
18 laps to go.
Man, come on! I want to see some more. I want to see that outside line going. It's getting there. Not that I got anything against Ray Lane or top 3 right now, but just a little bit more excitement here.
Well,
I just want to see the sim work. That's what I want to see.
If they start getting more momentum on the outside, some of these other guys are probably going to jump up there and try to do it. As you see a good run through the corner there for the 16. Robert Malikian as he starts to pull up beside Kevin Ruff. That's 5th spot.
Well, and Kevin jumps up to the outside too, so now we got another guy out there. I might be getting my wish here. Let's see. I'm going to tell you the next car that's going to jump up there is going to be Travis Gilbert. I'm going to throw that out there right now.
I'm surprised Daniel Simmons didn't take that opportunity. He's going to stay to the bottom here.
Daniel knows he's got Kevin right on his bumper, so Kevin kind of shut the door for Daniel, but I could see if Daniel gets clear enough to where he feels confident enough to make that move, he's going to do it too. And he's got it now, but now he's just kind of biding his time. I mean, it might be a little early to jump out there.
They're starting to fall back a little bit here too.
Well, they need a couple more checkups from the inside lane. That really kind of helped them. And then they get about a two lap buffer before it starts going back.
I wonder if Daniel's going to think twice now if he's seeing this run come once again.
Well, I still think the third car has got a lot of play. He could kind of slow down those top 2 cars a little bit. All he's got to do is lay off of them. I mean, it might hurt the entire lane, though, but he might be able to game the system here, being that third car.
Well, they're working hard up there trying to get that lane to run. They got stuck right there between Richie Coy and Kermit Henney on that bottom line.
Yeah, but every now and again, though, I mean, Robert gets a pretty good drive through the corner. It looks like that's where he's making up his speed. When it comes down to the back straight and the front straight, he starts to lose a little bit. But they are definitely got the motors wound up a little bit. Oh, that kind of hurt. And I'm sorry, Kevin Ruff is leading them. Kevin Ruff got the good outside run. But yeah, I mean, I assume too they're carrying a little bit more speed. They got a little bit more momentum, keep the engine wound up a little bit.
Well, these cars look faster on the lights, don't they? They look like they're going faster than they were earlier. Maybe they are. They picked it up a little bit.
It's possible, yeah. They actually look pretty good. I will commend iRacing on some of the graphic improvements they've done recently, and things are looking pretty sharp. That's about all I can give it, but yeah, give them something.
Kevin is still trying to get that outside lane working. Meanwhile, up front, Ray Lane, Travis Gilbert in comfortable position right now. 1-2. Daniel Simmons in third, Kermit Henney in fourth on that outside lane.
Well, you say they're in comfortable position. Yeah, you say they're in comfortable position, and I kind of agree with you. But there's a part of me that's saying that they're under attack as well, and it seems like that outside line is just slowly. They're showing so much hints of speed that I just kind of feel like it's not going. That front lane, the front inside line, is just not going to hold up towards the end of this. I mean, we got 10 to go.
When they mix it up, that's going to bring that top lane right to them. So.
Yep. That's kind of where
as soon as they pull out and they break that momentum of the bottom lane, it's going to be a dogfight.
And they got a clear track in front of them. It doesn't look like they have anybody lapped down or anything like that. At least nobody in their way that's going to jazz them up.
Big push from the 16 into turn 3 to the 99. He has the momentum. He's going to pull to the outside of Richie Coy, now to the outside of Kermit in the 91. Nope, they're going to pull him back on the straights here.
Yeah, and Travis is giving Ray a pretty good push too in the corner every now and then, but Daniel Simmons just kind of hanging out below. Daniel's definitely leaving himself some options right now. If that outside line makes that run, he's going to dive out there. But Travis is doing what Travis needs to do, although Travis could really kind of hold up lane as well. We'll see. I mean, it's got a few laps before we see what these final moves are going to be.
Yep, only 8 laps to go here at Atlanta. Who's going to take home the trophy tonight for the Atlanta 200?
And I'm trying to think now. So we know Travis has not won. We know Daniel has not won. Kermit has not won. But I think everybody else we have up front, for the most part, is a winner. So we have a potential for a new race winner tonight.
Will the 86 pull out on the 41? I'm not sure. Are they teammates?
I have to go through and look, but I don't know.
Surely Travis wants to get that first win, though, right? Here comes that outside lane. Big run down the backstretch. Now the 99 on the outside of the 06 of Simmons. So it is on now. Now Travis Gilbert moves to the top side. Ray Lane moves up to block. That causes
Daniel
a checkup.
Simmons stays low.
That causes a checkup on the outside lane. The inside lane, here he comes. The 06 of Simmons looking to the inside for the lead.
Wow. Yeah, well, we got that 2 wide wish I'm looking for.
Here we are, 2 by 2. 6 laps to go here at Atlanta.
And it's taking a little while, though, for Daniel. I thought Daniel had a little bit more speed there. William Lark out of, we got a spin in the
we
back.
got a big wreck in the back. William Lark around, the 18 around. EJ Luna involved. Caution. And we're going to have a green, white, checkered finish.
Yep. And, I did have to go down and look. Ray Lane and Travis Gilbert, they are working together. At least they're in the same chat room. So I'd imagine they're somewhat working together.
Well, they are 1-2, and guess what? That's going to split them up here on this final restart.
Yes, it is.
Go back and look and see what happened here. Our best one tired auto carry instant replay. William Lark, I think contact from the 09 there. Let's see what happened. The 09 gets in the back of the 18, checks up the track into the 24. 24 in the wall. Oh, and then it actually happens below him.
Yeah, the 03 kind of got out of line. Brian Dixon after that checkup. And, again, just Alan Duranko didn't check up for him a little bit.
Well, they were
4 wide.
4 wide, and he was being pushed, too, I think, by EJ Luna. So really wasn't much of an opportunity there. But, 4 wide at Atlanta. Hey, that's not going to work.
Yeah, coming to the trial as well. So very tough. We got Hayden James in the chat again. We just talked about Travis Gilbert and Ray Lane. These guys are working together. Are they? You got an inside scoop on them there, Hayden?
Watching the Nick Alford machine. Tries to sneak through. Oh, he gets involved in this one, too. Nick has had a rough night.
Yeah, he's been beat up and banged up, and he's still out there, though. I mean, it's pretty impressive that the car is not just completely destroyed.
I mean, Jamie Knopf, too. Another rough night for some of our points guys.
Jamie had a bit of a buffer, but he's still on the lead lap, and he's still in it for some points. He's not having a completely devastating night, but it's rough for sure.
All right, they go 2 by 2. We're going to get the restart. It's going to be is this going to be a natural or one of our first green-white checkers?
I am not getting the green-white checkered flag, but I'd imagine it is, though, with the amount of laps we have. So they're not telling me it is.
It's going to be a natural green-white checkered. So this is not one of our
official
standard
green-white.
Yeah, our standard green-white checkered finishes. So.
And Hayden James says, officially yet unofficially, I may or may not pay them both. So We'll see. He might have a 1-2 on his hands right now.
Well, is this a McLaren situation? Because I'm pretty sure Ray's going to try to fight for the win, but Travis is wanting to get that first win. I guess we'll see what happens, huh?
Well, you got a hungry Daniel Simmons behind him wanting to get that first win as well.
True.
So, and he almost had a taste of it there for a second. So, you know, he's extra hungry now.
And Kevin lined up on the outside with the 16 of Robert Malikian behind him. Those guys were doing a good job on that outside lane. We'll see what happens here. As Kermit Henney's right there, too, in the 91 trying to make something happen. It's going to get fun.
This is the restart of their lives. Daniel's going to have to just push Travis when they go green.
Here we come to the green flag. Pace cars off. We're coming to the restart zone. First official green, white, checkered attempt here. Green flag is out, and they launch together. Pretty good restart by both lanes.
Yep. Yeah, pretty good. Now, I was going to say Daniel's got to do some pushing, but he was a little late on that push. Allowed Ray Lane to kind of get out there. Travis still holding second. Now they're door-to-door. Daniel Simmons door-to-door with Kevin Ruff right now for that outside line. Right, I know Kevin trying to get that outside line, and we're on.
Here they come with the run. Is he going to take it? No, he's going to stay in line with his teammate. Here comes the 99 on the outside. Kevin Ruff trying to make something happen. We got one disappeared in front of him. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Atlanta. They take the white flag. All bets are off now.
Yeah, one checkup can change everything for a lot of these guys. So you almost, if you're in the back, 5th through 10th, you almost just got to say, hey, I'm content with where I'm at.
Yeah, the 06 is looking high. Nothing doing there. He's going to stay in line. Now he's going to pull back upside. Nothing happening up front. Team on team. And now he pulls out. Here comes Travis Gilbert to the outside trying to take this win away from Ray Lane. What's going to happen here? Oh, there's contact. Oh. Ray Lane wins it. And a big pileup after the checkered flag.
Wow, man! I thought Travis almost had it there for a minute.
Big wreck crossing the line.
Fortunately, I don't know if Kermit just didn't turn. It looks like.
Let's see what happened coming to the line here. Best one tired auto care instant replay. You see Travis Gilbert pull to the outside, try to get that run off turn 4. And who's that on the bottom? Oh.
Yeah, Kermit had on the bottom, fighting for the 3rd spot, but man, it was almost a photo finish for 3rd. But Daniel Simmons eked him out. I can tell you right now, there's 32 cars that are thank God that this is over.
Yeah, let's see what happened here coming to the line. Got one below the line. Our leader actually below the line there. And a bunch of tour race cars afterwards.
Man,
well,
rough night, but yeah, Ray Lane comes out as the victor. I mean, it's tough track. Track position was king here. He put himself in that spot, stayed there.
Let's look at our results here for the Atlanta 200. Maybe. Let's see if this works. Maybe at some point.
Hayden James, the quote-unquote maybe, maybe not team owner, says he needs new pants. I'm not going to ask if they're white or brown pants. I guess I did.
Well, looks like our results are not working either. Gotta love technology. Let's see if I can get it to work here.
Well, if you want, I can read them off, but it's up to you.
Well, we will take a quick commercial break and see if I can figure out why this decided to do what it's done. And on the other side, we'll look at our results, talk to our top 3 finishers, and take in what we just saw here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, finishing up the Atlanta 200 here as 41 continues to do his, his run around the track here.
He's been tearing it up.
The winner tonight here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Ray Lane, collects checkered flag number 2 of the season. And let's see if I can try one more time to get these results to show up. And it doesn't look like it. So we're just going to have to tell you that Ray Lane wins tonight. If you want to run down the order, because mine may be incorrect, depending on where it came.
Yeah, sure. Travis Gilbert, his quote-unquote teammate, we don't know about it. Second, Daniel Simmons third, Kermit Henne fourth, Kevin Rupp fifth, Richie Coy sixth, Robert Maliki in seventh, TJ Bartel eighth, Alexander Hodge ninth, Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. 10th, John Connor 11th, J.C. Evans 12th, Ray Gill 13th, Alan Duranco 14th, Lane Allen 15th, Mason Hoffner 16th, E.J. Luna 17th, Nick Alford 18th, Michael Call 19th, William Lark 20th, Jamie Knopf, Martin Garreau, Brian Dixon, Martin Pinnell, Wayne Grossi, William Owens, Alex Murphy, A.J. Zapata, Cameron King, Brandon Fetterplace, Brian Messer, and Jeff Chandler is your 32 card field for tonight. The Nail Biter, the White Knuckle, Atlanta Echo Park, presented by Walmart, and all that good stuff.
There's some Quaker State in there too.
Yeah, Quaker
Something,
State.
I don't know.
So it's got so many names.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what an exciting finish. We're going to talk to our top 3 finishers here, starting with our third place finisher, Mr. Daniel Simmons. Let's see if we can
Where'd he go? He was just here.
He's down in that team channel. Let's move him up here. There we go, Daniel. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, congratulations, man. Third place finish. What a crazy and hectic thing it was out there, though, at the end. Big, big wreck there at the end, too. But, man, it was, you were biding your time, waiting for that right move. But just like in the real race, man, it looks like you just did not have the help you needed there at the end.
Nah, it was which I knew with Ray and Travis up there working together, it was going to be hard to do anything. Really didn't know if you pulled out because I kind of timed it where I was going to have some good runs. I felt like I pretty much know where to time everything at, but you just don't know the guys behind you if they're going to go with you or not, and they didn't. So it didn't really work out too great.
Well, it's tough out there. We talked about how tough this track is. It's a super speedway crammed into a mile and a half, and it's chaotic out there. You did a good job though throughout the night. I will say you kind of just were in contention, biding your time in the top 5, waiting for the right time, and you made your move there at the end on the backstretch. Just nobody there, no help, and unfortunately, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. But you were in contention all night, had a good solid finish. At least you can hang your head high and say you made it to the end. You made that finish work because, man, there's a couple behind you that wish they had the luck you did.
Yeah. I knew I just needed a good run where I've been missing a couple races here lately, but I guess we managed that. Still wanted to win, but I mean, third ain't that bad at Atlanta, I don't guess.
Absolutely. Well, man, congratulations once again. Good, solid third place finish. Good for the points. And we look forward to seeing what you can do next week as we head to Chicagoland. I'm going to hand you the mic, though, let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs.
I just got to thank Ben Tracy, car owner. Got to thank Jamie Knopf for kind of getting me up to speed on everything here. And that's about it. Appreciate the league, and that's getting competitive week after week. So it's a fun one to be in.
All right, man. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week as we head to Chicagoland.
Thanks.
There's your third place finisher tonight, Daniel Simmons in the 06. As we head down, and I think you've got Travis Gilbert standing by with a P2 finish.
Travis Gilbert, kind of a newer guy to the league. I think this is the first time we're interviewing you. You had a pretty great race tonight. Led some early laps. Almost lost it towards the end. How was your night tonight?
Yeah, nice to meet you, Tony. Yeah, as you said, I'm fairly new to the league, and our night was going really good. And even though we were talking to you as the second place finisher, I feel like if that situation with the 91 bouncing up and taking us out at the start finish line, we might have pulled it off and beat our teammate Ray Lane to the start finish line.
You were looking pretty close, and like I say, it was checkers or wreckers at the end for you, for sure. You were kind of sideways going along the line, but man, again, you still had a great night. You were up front all night. I don't know. How do you like Atlanta? I mean, is this kind of a place you enjoy? I mean, what do you think about the league and all that?
The league is pretty respectful. I think tonight we had a lot of cautions, more than what the guys would have hoped for. I think the package with the new update made this car hard to drive. So Ray and I are really darn good super speedway races. Matter of fact, he just came back from his cruise and was driving up, and we were kind of talking on the phone while talking to our owner Hayden James and over here at Zero Point Racing, and told him, I said the goal tonight is finish 1-2. We're pretty darn good at this, and we when Ray and I got hooked up, I felt like we were going to be, hard to beat, just like other leagues, and uh, we we managed to come home 1-2, but it almost like the last 50 feet, 100 feet before the start finish line, I was like, he wrecked me. Like I've seen it all go away. So somehow the racing gods allowed us to take this number 86 vet the track 0 Point Racing and finish second. And our teammate Ray Lane got the dub for the second win in this season so far.
Well, yeah, we were kind of wondering, because Hayden was kind of alluding in chat that he was your team owner. I mean, we kind of know one way or another, but we make some fun about it. And yeah, I mean, great 1-2 finish for the two of you. We were wondering too, maybe if you were gonna, he was gonna try and get his other teammate into victory lane. But yeah, I mean, again, great 1-2 finish, and congratulations on second. And it's good to have you here in the league. And yeah, just open up the floor now. You can thank your sponsors.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Tony. Thanks for having me. And I wanted to be the first time visiting you guys is in Victory Lane. However, we'll take 1-2, like you said. I wasn't willing to jeopardize the 1-2 early when I seen them guys getting the run. So I let Ray come up in front of me when we blocked the high line be there before the caution, before the end of that race there. So it was just good teamwork working together. So I appreciate Ray, everything that he does. He helps out so much with my other leagues and stuff like that. So super glad to help him get a second place or a second win, and we get the second place 1-2 for 0 Point Racing. You can see Vet the Track on the side of these race cars. Go visit vetthetrack.org and you will see that a guy that I deployed with by the name of Jim Whittam, he started this series or this organization, Vet to Track, where you could get the vets that were coming home and isolating, and the car says battling PTSD one lap at a time on the logo, and it's just trying to get the camaraderie back that we miss from when we're overseas and or even in our units back stateside during non-war conflict times. So go visit that and see how you guys can help out your community veterans. Also, 0 Point Racing, shout out to Todd, James, Hayden's dad, and everything. So appreciate them for letting me come over and drive this car. And it's been a pleasure to come over and race in the league. The league has been fun. I'm new to open setups here and learning a little bit, but I appreciate Ray and Hayden, James, and 0 Point for everything they do, bringing fast race cars. You've seen us, I think I've passed quite a few cars and had some bad luck at the same time. So glad we could cap it off with the 1-2 finish. And I'd like to shout out to my mom, my nephews, my sister, her family, my son, my daughter, Terry and Tweet, their grandkids, Chauncey. Just like I said, go visit Vet to Track. Oh yeah, and Chimera Creative. You guys couldn't really see what car I was at Talladega because there was all these black cars. So I told Hayden that I didn't like my paint scheme and I wanted something a little more flashy, a little more. You guys know when I'm on the track, so I appreciate them for getting me a better looking race car, and I'm glad to take it to a second place finish and represent 0 Point Racing, and look forward to talking to you guys some more times.
All right. Well, again, yeah, congratulations, and yeah, it's good to have friends on the track. It's good to have friends in the vet organization as well. So, again, congratulations, and yeah, well, welcome. We'll see you again next week.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think we got Brody now with your teammate Ray Lane.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh, yeah. I'm standing down here in Victory Lane with Ray Lane. Victory number 2 of the season, Ray. Congratulations. What a wild one out there.
Yeah, it was wild coming to the line there. It was pretty wild there.
Well, I mean, you were up front there all night with your Travis Gilbert, your wingman there, and you guys did a good job kind of maintaining the front 2 positions there in the second half of the race. But yeah, it was a little hairy at times. And let's see, where did you even start? You started 7th. You started 8th, so good climb to the front.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I kind of messed up a little bit in qualifying, but glad to come away with a 1-2 for 0 Points Racing and all of us. I did only slide through my box one time tonight, so it was an improvement from the other week. So we're good.
Yeah, well, it was an impressive drive there for sure. You guys controlled the race, a large part of the race there, but like, you were talking about the pit stops, the stage, everything that happened up to that point. Kind of talk through your race, kind of, the highlights, the high points, I guess, of the race that you kind of remember that you had to fight through.
I knew when Travis was in the lead, it was going to be hard for me to get up there. So the only way was for us to get back together. And so he forfeited the lead at one point and came back to like 4th. I think we wound up finishing the stage 4th and 6th. And I took 2 tires, he took 4, and then we just got the lead at one point. And we just never gave it up, basically.
Trying to hang on there, make it to the end, get to that last lap.
Basically, if we could time the restarts right, if I could watch my mirror just right, I could count him down like 3, 2, 1, go, and we could time it just perfect. I can get in front of him, and we'd have the momentum down the back straight away, and nobody could really touch us.
Yeah, you guys did a really good job tonight. I'm going to toss it to Tony, though. I'm sure Tony's got some stuff to add.
Well, yeah. Well, it looks like so a 2-tire strategy was the winning strategy for you. Mainly put you out in front. But yeah, I want to kind of allude a little bit more onto that outside. Everybody tonight started from the outside lane on the restarts, and with the outside line being so bad, I was just kind of surprised. I mean, obviously it worked for everybody, but I mean, was this something any of you guys practiced, or maybe you obviously you wouldn't know if anybody else did it, but I mean, was this something you knew or practiced, or I mean, or maybe expand on that how that worked out?
I kind of knew it from open setup side if we had a couple of us working together, but I was out on a cruise. I just got home today, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it to race, but I did, so it was good. Get home and just strap in and race and win for 0 point and everybody. Like it was perfect. Can't call it. I wish Travis would have got to win. That was the plan, but it didn't come away like that. So.
Well, it's the buzzer beater, and you made it work. You last minute hopped in the car, was able to get the win tonight. Congratulations. We head to Chicagoland next week, though. No setups, no setup shops. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be working hard on trying to dial that one in as we head to Chicagoland.
I got a couple tricks up my sleeve, so we'll see if we can figure it out.
Tricks.
We'll look forward to that and see what you guys can bring next week, Chicagoland, as we head that way. But soaking in tonight, congratulations, win number 2 of the season here in Atlanta. So congratulations. I'm going to hand you the mic to let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
I just want to shout out all my teammates at 0 point, even my teammates over at another. Like, I don't get to race in the league because I got kicked out of it. But I still help all my teammates over there every week, practice with them. So I want to give a shout out to Travis, Kyle, Todd. He's the teammate owner's dad, and everybody. I mean, I'm just happy to come away with victory number 2. So. And 1-2 finish for us. So,
well, man, again, congratulations. Enjoy that, and we'll see you next week at Chicago.
All right, man.
There's your winner tonight, the number 41 of Ray Lane, getting it done for 0 point racing tonight here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So, Tony, we saw a little bit of everything tonight.
We did. He kind of took me by surprise with the tricks comment. I mean, I thought tricks were for kids, but well, I guess we'll see what these guys bring next week as well. But tonight was crazy. I was really kind of surprised to see the outside line come into play towards the end of the race. Being that it wasn't there at all during the race, and just some of them, the outside restarts. Just a lot of single file. Unfortunately, too, a lot of guys just. Not paying attention enough, it looks like, or maybe not cutting enough slack. But, otherwise, it wasn't a bad race. Kind of exciting finish towards the end there.
A lot of action, a lot of excitement on track for sure. Got to give a shout out to Victory Fuel, proud sponsor of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here at Full Throttle Sim Race. And remember to use code FTSR for 10% off your order at drinkvictory.com. Make sure to check those guys out. Proud to partner with those guys. Glad to have them on board. Well, let's see. In 2 days, we head to Iowa Speedway with the Truck Series, the Sim Racing Points Truck Series in action on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. You can catch them at the Iowa 150 here Wednesday night, 9 p.m. here on Full Throttle Television. And then next Monday, we're back in action, like I said, at Chicagoland Speedway. We're going back to Chicagoland. I know a lot of people are excited about that. I'm excited to see what these guys can put on as far as a show at Chicagoland Speedway. You can find it here on Full Throttle Television as well, Monday nights at 9 p.m. Well, that's going to do it here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I had an exciting finish. Ray Lane taking home the checkered flag. But for everybody on Full Throttle Television, for Tony Solari, my name is Brody Hanna. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed it like we did, and we'll see you in 2 days in Iowa.